Hey guys, Prowl1701 here, and today I'm just going to show you my Doctor Who DVD and Blu-ray collection. I actually had one of my viewers, he's asked me several times if I would do a video about it, and it seems something easy to do, so we'll talk about that a little bit. Now, I don't have all of my Modern Series DVDs anymore. I gave those to a friend who had not really been able to see a lot of the Modern Series, so he has a bunch of those I just gifted to him. I do still have my, back here you can see my Series 6 Blu-ray, and that's Series 7 on DVD, Day of the Doctor, Time of the Doctor, Series 8 and Series 9. And I used to have the first half of Series 10, Part 1 of it, on Blu-ray, but I gave that to a friend. I let him borrow it, really, and he just kind of still has it. You know how that goes. Series 9, though, and that Blu-ray of Series 10 was the last one I bought on physical media. I do tend to buy them digitally now. I've been buying them on here. I have the second half of Season 10, or what we call Series 10, Series 11, and Series 12. I actually just own digitally on my Xbox. That way I can buy them just a day or two after the episodes air. Oh yeah, and if anybody's ever wanted to see some more of my apartment, there's some of my Make Toys Transformers, Headmasters, and Target Masters, because I love the Headmasters and Target Masters. Some Beast War stuff. Some more Masterpiece Transformers with some Siege and Earthrise Transformers, if anybody's interested in that. And those are actually from a cartoon called Mask, Mobile Armored Strike Command, with some He-Man stuff there. And there's some more Mask stuff right there, just if y'all are interested in that. Back to Doctor Who. Of course, I have all of the Blu-ray collection sets so far. Season 8. Season 10. The first release of Season 12, because Season 12, the re-release does look slightly different on the spine. It's more like the Colin Baker one here with the enemies on it, the way that looks. So I do have the first release, and I'm very proud to be able to say I have the first release, Season 14, Season 18, Season 19, Season 23, and Season 26. And then we also have the Day of the Daleks Special Edition. Not Day of the Daleks, Power of the Daleks Special Edition. Then I have Shada. I really love Shada. Douglas Adams is amazing. The Blu-ray release of the TV movie, which I used to have on DVD, and I let a friend of mine borrow it. And neither one of us are quite sure if I got it back or not. I don't know if I got it back and lost it, or if he lost it somewhere. Neither one of us are 100% certain on that. Got Power of the Daleks Steelbook, and of course the Macroterra Steelbook. We have the Faceless Ones, the Fury from the Deep, great story, bad animation steelbook. Not too keen on that steelbook either. Then the constantly going up in value Series 1 steelbook that I was able to get. It had sold out in stores, but it was still going on eBay for only about $60 at the time. So I was able to import it. And I still think even with shipping, I only paid like maybe $70. It wasn't expensive. Definitely not what it's going for now. Series 2, which is also getting up there now. I'm very glad I got them when I did. Series 3. This is the most underrated of the steelbooks. I actually really like the Series 3 steelbook. I very much enjoy Claudia's art, and I think it's a crime that we have not gotten more from her. I'd love to see her come back and do another one. This is the steelbook that got me into Doctor Who steelbooks. I really love the Series 3 steelbook. It's really, really good. And of course we have Series 4, Sophie's first one, and I think her best one. Really, really good. Love the background. The specials with Tennant right there. And then we also have Series 5 steelbook. Love the Van Gogh art style on the back, or I should say in the background. Series 6 right there. The Series 7. I love the fact that the front represents one season and then the back represents the other half of the season. It's an excellent choice. Of course, the Day of the Doctor and basically the 50th anniversaries. Lee Binding does great work there, as he always does. And of course, the Series 8 one should be releasing in a couple days from when I'm recording this. And here's the Series 10 one. Art by Alice. I do love Alice's work. I'd love to have her Series 9 steelbook, but it's crazy stupid money online now. So the chances of me getting it are pretty much none. I can't justify spending that kind of, hundreds of dollars on it. And there they are. Kind of just lined up together. And they do look really, really good. So moving down here, we have, you can see my Star Trek DVD case right there for all the main Trek movies. I have a bunch of DVDs. We have The Ark, which I like. Of course, The 10th Planet, gotta have that. Very nice. The Moon Base. Then we also have the original release of Tomb of the Cybermen. I don't have the special edition because I didn't realize the special edition had been run through Vidfire. I didn't understand about Vidfire and all that at the time, so I never bought the special edition. The original release of Enemy of the World. Web of Fear. Looking forward to the new release of that coming out with episode 3 being animated. The Invasion, which is absolutely fantastic. The very first one to have animation done for missing episodes. The Crotons, highly underrated story. The enemy design you can see there in the middle is kind of silly, but I like the diamond head, and I think the story is actually pretty good. Great Robert Holmes script, honestly. Seeds of Doom Special Edition, really, really good. And of course the War Games, Patrick's final story, which is really, really amazing. That final episode of it's essential Doctor Who viewing for sure. Special edition of Spearhead. And then the original release of Inferno. Again, I didn't get the special edition because I didn't realize the enhancement that had been done to the visual effects for the special edition. I thought it was just more behind the scenes stuff, which I wasn't as concerned about at the time. If I had known it was going to have the better, enhancements, I would have gotten it too. Day of the Daleks. I love this release because it includes the special edition with the new effects, and they are amazing. Really makes this story just fantastic. And Colony in Space, and those are out of order. I'm actually going to have to fix that later. Colony in Space, the only one I actually own from Season 8 in the DVD range. And those are backwards. I'll have to fix that later. The 10th, the 3 Doctors. Let's see. Carnival of Monsters, the original release. The Green Death, the original release. Classic Doctor Who story. Death to the Daleks, highly underrated Dalek story. Very, very good. And then Planet of the Spiders, which is a great send-off for John. Really good story. And when the season 11 box set comes out, he's got to be holding that crystal. He's not holding that crystal. I'm just going to be disappointed. Moving into Tom's era, we have Robot. I love Robot. My favorite post-regeneration story. The Ark in Space, the original release. The very first Doctor Who DVD I ever bought, actually. This was the first, and that Inferno disc was the second. I remember that specifically. I was hunting for those episodes. And then we have Revenge of the Cyberman, the most underrated Dalek story. Cyberman story of all time. I love Revenge of the Cyberman. It does not get the love it deserves. Terror of the Zygons. Planet of Evil. Android Invasion. The only dud in the Hinchcliffe era, honestly. The Android Invasion. The Brain of Morbius. Wonderful story. I love Morbius. I think he's a fascinating character. Seeds of Doom. Then we have The Deadly Assassin. Highly overrated story. Still a good story. I mean, it is a Robert Holmes script, but it is kind of the story that ruins the Time Lords. Takes them from being basically gods to being, bickering children. Humans, basically. Just makes them humans. The Face of Evil. Very good story. I love that one. I think it's a bit underrated. Robots of Death, which I think is a little overrated, but still a really good story. Talons of Wing Chang, which is amazing. Very, very amazing. Deserves its reputation. Robert Holmes once again. The Sunmakers. The only one I own from season 15. I love The Sunmakers. Another good Robert Holmes script. Very underrated story. Destiny of the Daleks. Mediocre. Most mediocre Dalek story ever. But it does actually have enhanced effects on here you can watch. I didn't realize that until long after I'd bought it, actually. The Horns of Nimon. Yeah. And then, of course, we have Shada, which is fantastic. Yes, I own Shada on DVD and Blu-ray. Meglos. I like Meglos. It doesn't get enough love. We have Arc of Infinity, highly underrated story. I really, really enjoy Arc of Infinity. Not as good as the Three Doctors, but I like it. And then we have the Five Doctors, which has both versions, the original release and the updated effects, which is good. We have the Caves of Andromeda Special Edition. Of course, this is a fantastic story. A little overrated, perhaps. Still really, really good. The Twin Dilemma. Bleh. And we have Time and the Ronnie. Less bleh. Dragonfire, another underrated story. Definitely the crowning jewel of season 24. From at least in my opinion, I haven't seen half of season 24. I shouldn't say that. And of course, Survival, a great way to round out the classic series. And then I also have some box sets that I keep separately. Like I have the Beneath the Surface box set, which has Doctor Who and the Silurians. And it also has the Sea Devils and Warriors of the Deep. So 2 third Doctor stories and a 5th Doctor story, in one kind of box set here. And then I also have Dalek War, which has Frontier in Space and Planet of the Daleks from season 10 on it. And then coming down here, I have my Key to Time box set right here, which has all the stories from the Key to Time in it, which has gotten a little beat up over the years. And this is what I expect when the collection box set comes out. I suspect it'll be this kind of magenta pinkish color going on in the background. It's a good season, but I would prefer 15, mainly just because I already have this for 16 right now, and 15 at least has a story I haven't seen yet. Then we also have the Espace Trilogy right here, box set, which is a really nice shot. I actually really like that shot. That looks really cool, from season 18. And then we have the New Beginnings box set, which has Keeper of Traken, Logopolis, and Castrovalva. So Tom Baker's final 2 stories, and Peter Davison's first story in that box set. And then we have the Black Guardian trilogy right here, which has Maldron Undead, Terminus, and Enlightenment. And of course the special edition of Enlightenment with the new effects, and it's done in widescreen. And then I have one Big Finish adventure. I have Jubilee, which is fantastic. I really like Jubilee. And I start to see what people mean about how Colin is so good in Big Finish. I really do want to get the last adventure with him and Spare Parts with Davison at some point, because those are the 2 I do want to see the most. And then I have my American releases of seasons 12, 18, and 19. And that is all of the Doctor Who stuff that I have on DVD and Blu-ray at the moment. So there we go. Other things to do: click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. I'll have to straighten those up in a minute. Now, I do have a Patreon page. Anytime people do video requests, I'm always like, I have a Patreon page. If you subscribe to, you get to pick videos, because I know there's a lot of videos y'all want to see me ranking, maybe certain seasons, me ranking the Doctors, me ranking the seasons, stuff like that. I know people want those, but I don't want to just do all of those at once, so I run out of ideas. But if you would like me to do certain videos about stuff like that, again, consider becoming a Patreon and joining my Patreon team. That way you can request videos. That basically that makes me basically put out videos to your schedule instead of putting out videos to my schedule, because now I just kind of put out videos to my own schedule, how I want to do them. But if you do want to join my Patreon, there will be a link to that down below. Check that out at least, and then if there's a certain video you want me to do, you can, hey, my video request for the month is this, and I'll make sure I get a video on it. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.